All right, let's go and get started. Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're looking at another build guide for Soulstone survivors, this time focused on the Cursed Captain. Surprisingly, a lot of you may have not noticed, but I haven't actually put a build up for the Cursed Captain since the Cursed Captain first came out. And that is mostly because I have absolutely 100% been just tearing apart his skill list and scratching my head, trying to come up with a viable build that'll basically take you through in-game progression. And it was kind of like an epiphany sort of deal where I actually started like really truly looking at the skills, and all of a sudden it just kind of clicked. I don't know why it took me so long. Some of you may have already come up with the build, but I really feel like this one is actually extremely strong. It doesn't start off so, but like it actually builds up rather quickly. So today we're actually going to be focusing on using the Wrath of the Old Gods weapon right here. It comes with an innate skill, Curse Shot, shoots a projectile in target direction that repeatedly hits its first target, causing damage and applying Dazed. Dazed gives you crit chance bonuses to a target you hit it with. You gain Aptitude, which is crit damage, and you get Cursed. If you're not familiar with what Cursed is, Cursed basically says whenever you cast a skill, consume 20 stacks of Cursed to summon a ghost tentacle to fight for you for up to a maximum of 7, lasts for 120 seconds. Now, Dazed is crit chance, Aptitude is crit damage, so basically what we're going to be focusing on is a crit damage, crit chance build sort of thing we're going on for us. The next skill is Ghostly Burst, is the other weapon skill you have, shoots a projectile in the target direction and launches multiple projectiles around it when it hits an enemy, causing damage based on the number of stacks of Dazed. This is actually really good because it also gives us Aptitude and Cursed. From there on, we're also going to be moving on to Kraken's Rum, increases your damage and causing all your other skills to apply Fragility temporarily, and you gain Cursed. So Fragility basically gives us extra damage overall. Very strong skill, and from then on, it's kind of hard to pick and choose what exactly you want. This is actually where I really ended up getting trapped, but I decided to set around anything that gives me Aptitude, Dazed, or crit chance. So with that being said, the next skill we're actually going to be taking is one I wasn't really a big fan of because it doesn't really fit a pirate theme, right? But we're going to go with Egg Shooter because this actually fires out 15 projectiles, and each projectile has a chance to give you 8% crit chance. That's pretty nutty if you think about it. After that, we are going to be going for a Spread Shot because Spread Shot gives us both Dazed and Aptitude again. And the last skill we're actually going to be taking, surprisingly, is actually going to be Spear Trap, which I don't know if I've actually ever made a Spear Trap build or anything with Spear Trap in it, so this is going to be pretty interesting. This conjures Spear Traps under a random enemy that causes damage and applies Exposed, and also gives us crit chance. So we have another form of crit chance in the form of, guess what, Form. After that, for our rune page and our versatility runes, I'm going to be rocking Reroll Mastery, Weapon Expert, and Endless Refill. And for our tenacity runes, we're going to be taking Divine Legacy for those juicy legendaries every 25 levels. Curse of the Depths, every time you cast a skill, you have 10% chance of gaining 1 stack of Curse. You also gain 4% extra crit damage per active tentacle. We also have a Vulnerable Target, increases your crit chance by 25%, since this is a very crit heavy build, and this weapon actually doesn't come with any crit chance, by the way. And then Critical Mastery, 25% of your critical chance is added to your critical damage multiplier when calculating crit damage, including bonus critical chance from negative effects. So I think this actually also includes the extra crit chance from whenever we're building stacks of Dazed. So this is actually extremely good, specifically because of Dazed that's on targets. I didn't really talk about the stats on the weapon. For the plus 11 version of this weapon I currently have 64 extra health, 96% extra crit damage, 32% extra movement speed, and a 28% extra area modifier. As far as the artifact power goes, he summons ghost sailors that cause damage and apply fragility to targets. They have cunning, which means they target your basically priority targets. If you're not familiar with the Cursed Captain's Ascension skill, its Ascension skill is called Ghost Ship. The Cursed Captain may now discover and retrieve treasures that allow him to summon his ghost ship temporarily, granting major improvements while active. This ship is absolutely broken. It does a lot of damage. It helps you out a crap ton. The only thing I don't like about it is in order to get the captain's ship to spawn, essentially, you basically have to stand within a radius for a certain amount of time before a basically the wheel of the ship spawns, you pick it up, and then the cursed captain ship goes off. The cool thing is about it, when you have it active, you can actually keep it alive for a fairly decent amount of time, because as you kill enemies, you'll actually see like these green souls basically drop on the ground, and as you like pick them up, they kind of refill your ghost ship's gauge. But it does take more and more of those souls to keep the ship alive, eventually just falling off. It's got diminishing returns on that. So we are actually going to go ahead and jump into Titan Hunt +6 right here, because this is how confident I feel that we're actually going to be able to win this with this Cursed Captain build. So that being said, if you like this sort of content, you want to see more videos like this here on this channel, make sure you are like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think of this build, and if you have a Cursed Captain build that you use of your own that you think is actually really good for progression, feel free to let me know, because this is a character I would absolutely love to use more of. It's just, I feel like his builds for like late game progression just aren't as strong as other people's. So yeah, let's go get started. All right, let's go ahead and get in here. Again, I do admit this is probably not going to be the strongest right off, but we are actually going to go ahead and start out with our two main guys that I really like to pick up every time. We want some like armor shredding, as well as some debuffs we can put on enemies. So we're actually going to start out with Bro Kent for the Shattered, and then we're also going to go with Mizahet for the Exposed. After that, we're going to change things up ever so slightly. I do actually think there's some wiggle room to change out who I have as option 3. I just haven't decided yet, but I think it also lends itself very well to this build. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is just focus on taking all this. Oh my god, we got Egg Shooter right off the bat. This thing is strong. Again, it shoots 15 times, and as we build multicast, this thing is absolutely going to 100% destroy everything that's in our way. I do feel necessary to get as much Relentless as we can, as well as Agile if we can. Looks like we don't get anything we want here, not here. There's Spear Trap. Spear Trap is actually fairly good. Whenever I was testing this out earlier, it actually ended up being like my second strongest skill out of all the skills I had active. We're going to take every turn to make Ghostly Burst like improve, because Ghostly Burst is actually the skill that gives us a crap ton of our damage, because it takes any amount of days that we put on targets and basically just absolutely decimates everything. I'm gonna go ahead and take Powerful Strikes here. We'll go ahead and get some Agile. We do need to grab some Agile wherever we can, mostly because of the fact that whenever we get to Bro Kent, I would really like to be able to move out of the way of getting my face punched in. And Bro Kent is a very good boss for trying to humble me right when I start things. He tends to like to punch me directly in the face, and gets me to lose one of my mans. That's what I call my revives. You made me lose my mans. Alright, let's go ahead and do multicast. We're gonna go with... I really want health. I want movement. I need movement. I need to tell myself to focus on getting some movement. Every time we cast a projectile, which I believe is pretty much everything we have a chance to do Spear Trap here. So projectile, 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 not a... Oh, Kraken's Rum is a projectile? Weird. Okay. You have a chance of casting another one of your skills currents with the type Thrust. So every time one of these goes off, there's a 6% chance. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so I think we need to go ahead and start working towards an objective. I think we'll go with this blue one over here. Let's go ahead and increase the area effect of Spear Trap. Looks like we got Cultists of Heresy. And this isn't going to seem entirely strong right at the start, although it is fairly powerful. Actually, I want to lock that and take this. Mostly because once we get our armor shred, then we're going to be really seeing the true power of this build. And then when we get our last 2 Titan powers, it's going to click even harder. But for now, we're just going to go around the outside of these guys, clean them up. Will we get lucky today and actually get, whatchamacallit, the treasure goblin? That would be pretty cool. Ooh, look what we have. We have every time we get form, we have a chance to create haste. We only have one skill that gives us form, but that's still going to be enough to give us some bonus speed, essentially. Let's go ahead and increase the damage of our spear trap. And we'll work our way to the other objective over here. What do we got? We got Void Lords. Shouldn't be that big of a problem. Looks like we did have a captain's wheel over there ready to spawn for the ghost ship. Kathaz, Alexis, and Chaos Springer. Oh my god, I'm gonna take a lot of damage in a second. Okay, I got out of it. But I took that damage. I'm gonna go ahead and take, let's do egg shooter. I'm stuck on a tree. Let's back up a little bit. Oh, wait, no, the captain's wheel is right here. Nice. I am gonna have to, unfortunately, go around the other side. Ghostly burst. Let me just finish channeling it, you jerks. Let's go ahead and go with powerful strikes. Got some poison right here waiting for me. That's wonderful. Oh, we actually managed to get the captain's wheel. Let's go ahead and try to focus this guy down here. Reroll, reroll, reroll. Relentless. There we go. Can you guys stop? Or at least die, one of you. There we go. Damage increase, damage increase. Magnetic, relentless. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this XP right here. Hit this. Grab area effect. Probably could have gone for the movement. Would have been fine. Go for this normal objective down here. More Cultists of Heresy. Turn down our visibility on our effects so we can see the ground a little bit clearer. Let's see. Behemoth. That's fine. I don't know actually which ones. Okay, so they're dead. I was like, I don't know which ones the Cultists of Heresy are. I wish there was like a color code or like they glowed a specific color so it'd be easier to see, because sometimes I'm like, which one of you is the one I need to kill? And instead I go on a murder spree, which, I mean, I was already on a murder spree everywhere else, but like I was more focused, but my focus is on the wrong guy. I just don't want the enemies to feel any unnecessary amount of hate. Just the normal amount, it's fine. Looks like we got our treasure goblin. Go ahead and hit that up. Attack speed on its way. Got XP crystal over here. Let's go ahead and hit up this other common objective because that's all the game wants to give us. Thanks, game. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go for increased duration. Alright. Oh, look, we got an uncommon one. Wonderful. Let's go that way. Maybe they're just trying to give me enough time to get my agile that I desperately want. Or at least our targets this time are elites, it looks like. Hey, there's agile. There's potency as well. I'm gonna take the agile. Let's focus on this guy right here. Oh, there's one right here. Okay. He did. Oh, a blue objective right here. Sandscale Raiders. All right. Our ghost ship is up and available for us, but I do not care. Let's see. Potency, I'm gonna lock. Spread shot, absolutely gonna take. Spread shot is absolutely awesome for us. Alright. Let's see. Only a common objective. The good thing is we only need one more point. I'm gonna take the potency. Oh. Everything but the potency, apparently, is what I'm taking. Doom Beast, let's go. Alright, almost done. And again, this starts out slow, but honestly, once we get some of our Titan powers and a little bit more levels up, we're going to be feeling pretty strong here. Yeah, I'll take potency. I wanted to take magnetic. I could probably locked it and been fine. I also don't know why sometimes it flops down here, but I'd rather have my passive showing. I don't know how well you guys can see that where you're viewing the game, but my passive's down there. As far as choices, they're taken down there. So you can somewhat get an idea of what I'm taking. You may not have those things written to memory. That's fine. Got to keep moving. Alright, we're going to move this way. Move this way. Move this way. Come back this way. He almost did. Please die. Why aren't you dying? Oh god. We blocked some of that. Please, sir. There we go. And we didn't take any damage. I wasn't worried at all. Take Shattered. And we're going to turn off our auto level. Because it's treasure room time.
That chest does not.
And let's plunder the booty. Alright. Picking up all of the experience we can. Looks like we're definitely going to get over 20 levels, which is really nice. Ooh. Definitely more than 20 levels. Oh, this is fantastic. Dare I say 30? Damn, son. Alright. No. Not nearly 30. But pretty close. Alright, let's turn it off, or turn it back on. And get these levels underway. Damage increase, absolutely. Merciless, absolutely. Increased potency, yes. Magnetic. Ooh, 3 legendary powers. I'm really not going to concern myself with the... I actually don't remember what I concerned myself with. Oh, whatever it was, I'm not concerned about it. Let's see. I do want the movement. Lethality. Damage increase. Powerful strikes. Agile. There we go. We're getting pretty strong now. Damage increase. There we go. I really want to get my cast frequency up. Cast frequency and multicast will be 100% awesome here. Oh. Now we can go back to slaughtering enemies. It's going to be awesome. We should already start feeling the bonus of having the armor shred on targets. Yeah, I feel like they're dying fairly quickly. Looks like we got 1 vulture left. There he is. Dead. Oh, we're already at another 25 levels. Holy crap. There we go. That looks delicious. I mean, I didn't realize. I forgot. We were actually at like, we gained like 30 levels there. I'm going to turn down the effects so I don't get killed by a scorpion on accident. There we go. Let's do the multicast. these scorpions. Damage increase on ghostly burst. Alright, we'll head this way. Oh my god, what hit me so hard right there? Like, those guys had barely spawned in and I was already getting hit by them. Damage increase on everything, yes. We'll do area effect. There we go. Area effect, that's fine. Especially for Spear Trap. Go ahead and collect all this XP here. Ooh, damage increase on everything. We'll take it. Go ahead and get these vultures out here. Ooh, I actually kind of want the movement. I also want that attack speed. More movement, okay. Attack speed, there we go. Alright, and starting to feel really quick in my step, which is nice. Damage increase on Egg Shooter. There we go. We got the, oh, there's a chest up at the top. I think we'll take this chest at the top, and then we'll hit this common objective. I don't want to go all the way down to the uncommon one. We'll just handle our business here. It's just Tentacles of Heresy. I think our ghost ship might be able to still help us out a little bit here. I got hit by something. It didn't feel great, but I didn't die. Let's do the... I don't actually want area. We'll take health. Reroll for potency, yes. Tentacles of Heresy. Nope. Nope. Ooh, movement and cast speed. There we go. Starting to see enemies get deleted here. Ooh, I do want the agile. We'll take Ghostly Burst after this. There we go. Multicast on Curse Shot, sure. Multicast on Spread Shot, there we go. Feeling pretty good about our chances of not losing a life to Mezahet and turning everything down to 0. I want no distractions. Right now I'm shooting my invisible gun at Mezahet. Bang, bang, pow, boom, boom, ah, dead scorpion, ah. You're supposed to play your part, man. Look. There's like it's not happening super fast yet, but you can see like just he takes bursts of health and damage. That's exactly what we want. And soon those bursts will happen a lot quicker. Go ahead and turn our visibility back up to 0.3. From here, we're going to go on to Aranak, sorry, before we go on any further, because what we're going to do is actually we're going to build up our crit chance even more, and our movement speed. That'll be fun. Ooh, Relentless. There we go. We're already starting to hit for several millions, which is good. Multicast, wonderful. Multicast on our projectiles, wonderful. Tentacles of Heresy, sure. Extra health, yes. There you go. Taking that. Damage increase on everything. Egg shooter, yes. We'll take all of it. We'll move out of that too. I'm actually gonna go with egg shooter first. I guess we could try to go for our ghost ship right here. Don't care about area effect really. I mean, we do, but we don't. I actually was wondering earlier if it's possible to get multiple treasure goblins. I have yet to encounter multiple treasure goblins in a single run. We're going to take the damage to Ghostly Burst, but I do want this crit damage bonus. Toxic Sporelings. Alright, let's go ahead and get this. Relentless. So you want to take that one and the Relentless. Alright, they got a epic objective down there on the right side. And it's Void Lords. Should be a good idea or an indication of what we're looking at. I'm about to take the Spear Trap damage bonus. Ugh. We got Gammoth here. I hate him. He did though, so every little bit of crit chance does help. I mean, I don't want to re-roll too many times. Ooh. Oh man, I ran out of locks. Oh well. Multicast and spread shot. A 20% chance to cast Spear Trap whenever we cast a projectile spell. That's awesome. Alright, let's get in here. Let's skip the intro. It's just a spider on roids. Look at that health. I don't even know how much this guy started out with. It looked like he started out with 0 to me. Movement speed and crit chance. There we go. We're actually doing excellent here. And finally we're going to go over to Minarak. And Minarak's going to really seal the deal on being absolutely broken. We're going to go with Relentless. Where's the last dude at? Oh, there he is. It's just Colometh. Nobody cares. Colometh is that one cousin that's just kind of like odd man out. Don't really think about him, and then you're like, oh shit, forgot about you. Egg shooter. Alright. Looks like we have our captain's wheel here. There's your captain speaking. I don't really care about the captain's wheel right now. I think we're in a fairly good place to not ever have to rely on our captainship again. But if it comes up, we will take it. And we need it, you know. But I think we're gonna be able to handle this pretty good on our own. Magnetic. There we go. Relentless. Ooh, hello. I actually meant to take the damage first, but I had already clicked on and locked the damage one. Oh well. We'll get it anyways. Archaic Scarabs is a really easy objective to hit. Where is this last scarab? Oh, right here. In the middle of the field. Multicast. Alright. Now we got a rare objective. You know what? We'll take Ghost Ship. It's already pretty strong. What are the bonuses to Ghost Ship, by the way? 25% additional crit chance and a 45% damage modifier. That's pretty nice. Alright, we'll do multicast. Damage increase. Turn down all of our effects to 0. Time to punch Midorak in the face. With guns. Oh, you gotta be careful, because Midorak does do this really cool thing where he dies. That was the trick I taught him. Roll over. Alright, and so then we just took that. Every time we hit a crit, we have a chance to gain aptitude. So our crit damage is about to skyrocket. What's it sitting right? Just to give us ourselves... Oh, that's right. You can't look at stat screens in this little in-between area for some reason. I don't get that. I don't understand why you can't look at your stats here. Why did this swap? We were looking at our passes earlier. Why did you change back to resources? Yeah, but for whatever reason, you can't look at your stats on that screen, and I don't understand. You can only see them when you're in the level, so... We're sitting at 115... damage modifier, 123% crit chance, and 606 crit damage. So, those are rookie numbers. We gotta crank those bad boys up. Give me a second. Powerful strikes. Attack speed, I think. Egg shooter. Attack speed on egg shooter. We'll do damage increase. So just out of curiosity, oh yeah, okay. 250% damage modifier, 527% crit chance, and 1,935% crit damage. Also keep in mind that crit chance isn't entirely our actual crit chance, seeing as how the fact that it doesn't count, as far as I can tell, the stacks of days that we have on targets, which is individual crit chance against every target whenever they hit. So your crit chance is actually a lot higher, and that is where that crit mastery comes into play, where it actually applies 25% of your negative debuffs on enemies, because days is a negative debuff as far as I am concerned. I could be wrong, but I think that's right. I think that's why this works so well. Let's go ahead and get the extra health. Merciless. Damage increase. Spear trap. Museon. The only concern I have about this run is I don't like the Sentinel that we're actually going to have to fight, which is, the corrupted enemy we fight, which is the Sentinel. The Sentinel's abilities probably suck more than any of the other characters, honestly, because the Sentinel has like 3 ranged attacks that have telegraphs, and one of them's really easy. It's the little disc that he sends out, and then it comes back to her. And then the other one is it shoots a sniper shot, and the sniper shot is also fairly easy to dodge. But the other one always gets me, and it's basically like a channeled spread shot in front of it. It's like a hail of arrows, but it just goes like it's a conal attack. And for whatever reason, that thing always tends to kick me in the nuts and at least get me to lose at least one of my mans. But you can already see, just like, because we were able to get the Titan powers we needed, we are now feeling pretty awesome, all things considered. I mean, this is Titan Hunt +6. I couldn't, the previous builds I was running with couldn't even make it through Titan Hunt +3. So, I think I'm in a fairly good place with this one. I have 35 rerolls. I should probably try using some of those, right? Like, look how fast that is. All right, like 100 and... Oh, my God. I got popped. Not as much movement as I thought I did. Yeah, prowess. What are we sitting at right now? 322% damage, 627 crit, and 1,592% crit damage. Pretty nice. Agile. Yeah, sure, why not? Look at that. We've only leveled up Spear Trap 12 times. Everything else is like in the 30s and even 40. I guarantee you Spear Trap ends up still doing a crap ton of damage. This oh wait, it's Barbarian. Or no, it's Hunter. What's happening here? Does who we fight? Is it random? It's always corrupted Arcane Weaver on the last one. I thought these were static. Okay, well it was Barbarian and we absolutely destroyed his face. If I was gonna do anything here, what would it be? It'd probably be crit chance, honestly. There we go. Well, we just finished +6 Titanud with the Cursed Captain in 19 minutes, 44 seconds. Ghostly Burst doing 2.8 trillion damage. That is pretty awesome. And as you can see right there, Spear Trap, even though we only had 12 levels invested in it, it still eclipsed everything else with 199.3 billion damage. Again, we didn't take it for the damage, we took it for the exposed, which is really awesome. So even just the damage on top, I mean, Egg Shooter is like one of the first skills we got. But again, these are all because we want things to grab that they provide to the team. In this instance, again, remember we focused on getting crit chance and crit damage. So Dazed or Form is going to help us out. Aptitude is your crit damage. That's going to help you out. I wasn't really concerned about the cursed part, but this one gives us Dazed and Aptitude and does damage based on the stack of Dazed. This one gives us Daze. This one gives us crit chance and gives us extra damage on the form of exposed. This one gives us fragility, causing us to do extra damage. And then this one gives us dazed and aptitude. So we were a crit chance, crit damage machine here. As you can see over there, I mean, it's probably a lot lower than it was. I should probably checked it out a little bit earlier. It looks like we can see like the breakdown of everything here. I was hoping... No, I guess it really doesn't. It's never going to give you the breakdown that I would like to see, honestly. So anyways, going back to the main menu, looking at our build, we used the Wrath of the Old Gods. We used both weapon abilities that this came with. We used Kraken's Rum for the fragility buff that applied to everything. We then paired that with Spear Trap, Spread Shot, and Egg Shooter of all things. I honestly think that I've never really considered this skill, mostly because, again, it didn't really seem thematic to the Cursed Captain. But honestly, it really does help pull things together. As far as our runes go, for our versatility runes, we went Reroll Mastery, Weapon Expert, Endless Refill, and for our tenacity runes, we went Divine Legacy for those juicy legendary passives every 25 levels, Curse of the Depths for extra tentacle damage, and then we also took Vulnerable Target, and what I really think is the star of the show, the star of the build, is actually going to be Critical Mastery. If you didn't have any of these other things, I still think that if you were to try to run with this, Crit Mastery is exactly what you want to take, mostly because that last little part of the line, including bonus critical chance from negative effects, because Dazed is giving you bonus crit chance against specific targets. I assume that's how that works, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it works. That being said, if you like this sort of content, you want to see more videos like this here on the channel, make sure you are like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, you guys take care, and I will catch you all in my next video. Later!